7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So usual stuff here, get the boss, there's my 3 holy power, I start my SOTR spam, the ads are coming in, so I pop my wings, get ready for some AoE, there's my 3rd bog stack too, I spray holy power off myself just to get a bit of DPS onto the ads, and after that, it's just spamming SOTR and keeping my bog stacks active. Lerald already taunted, I ripped aggro back from him pretty quickly. His vengeance is about to wear off already. So it is already worn off. He probably won't be taunting back again until it's his turn to. Reason being is we don't want to DR the boss for taunts, like I said. So I get that Wolf Rider, make sure it doesn't attack the ranged. I'm getting some good DP procs here. Now that Sten is taunted, the usual stuff that I always do, I build up my holy power so that when I taunt, I have a 6 holy power rotation for the boss. So here it is, taunting. So there it is, I taunted with 6 holy power rotation. I get SOTR, double SOTR up right away. I'll have a 1-second gap here before I can get SOTR up again. Not getting very good procs, honestly. So Garrosh is about to transition. We're gonna get the star, be careful. Stay in, stay in. Help stun these ads and stuff. Don't need to have someone die, like poor Duncanstein.
Stay in AMZ.
So I'm gonna pop my DP for that impact, and we're just gonna start the usual tank order here to make sure that we all refresh Vengeance on each other. Oh, all refresh Vengeance, not on each other, rather, but before we go upstairs. So there's Lerald's taunt for refresh, Sten will taunt momentarily, and I will taunt one more time. Didn't get it off. That's okay, though. 12 seconds is more than enough Vengeance here. It scales down pretty quickly with these ads. So I want to wait for that. Then I use my Holy Wrath for the stun. And after that, I just want to make sure that the current ad I'm on is locked down, which it is fairly well. There it is. And
okay. Wasn't there right, YOLO?
Look like front left.
What am I gonna? What am I gonna? On near left.
Big mess. So, somebody messed up with their interrupt and stun rotation there, which caused casts on the raid, which very promptly wipes the raid. Something we have seen a bit too many times tonight. How many trials are in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Soup kitchen.
We have 5 trials in here currently. You guys repair if you need. Eat up. I just want to play D3 and relax, and I'm hungry. Q. Look at these cats. All they do is sleep. I wish I could go sleep.
Guess my bullet gun went. There was still 0.4 seconds left. Yes, I think they all went off in the middle.
How high is my blood pressure that I'm still on this boss? It's okay now. Because at this point, if we kill it within the next 20 minutes, it's okay. There's still time for Q&A and a bit of D3. However, if this boss takes till 1 AM, I'll be very irritated. Because it'll be not enough time for D3. I'll probably just end up doing Q&A and go to bed. So, hopefully we kill this boss soon. I gotta get my fix, man!
We good.
Bye, Ethan, bye.
Okay, here we go, guys. That's my pawn set. Okay, we're good. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so usual stuff. Get my holy power up as quickly as possible. There we go. Start my SOTR spam. Keep an eye on my Bastion stacks too. As soon as I hit 3, I want to make sure that I get my EF rolling. So there's the 3rd, and now it's just a matter of. Okay, I did not pull aggro back off of Lerald this time, so that's okay. So I'll just gladly DPS the boss in the meantime. And once it's my turn to taunt again, in about 5 seconds, I want to make sure I have holy power for that. Taunting. So I taunted again. I had 6 holy power pooled. And Sten will be taunting off of me soon to get his vengeance up. Make sure holy power is kept up. I get this Wolf Rider. Make sure he doesn't give any other ranged. So everyone's focusing that Wolf Rider down and making sure none of the casts go
I'm
off.
getting that.
Once again, I want to make sure that I have Holy Power pooled up on the boss. Taunting. 4 is enough there. I got DP procs too, so now I'm just on Garrosh basically until transition. Refreshing EF as soon as I hit 5 bog stacks. Keeping an eye on the boss's DR timer, which is at 3 stacks, 9 seconds. That's okay though, no other tank's going to be taunting until that DR timer is gone in 4 seconds. So it'll be refreshed.
Don't get
Good
wheeled.
stuff, good stuff. I'm going to taunt this Warbringer just to make sure it's not, killing anyone. Gonna pop DP for this weapon, just in case, even though there's no way I'll die with nothing on me. Refresh, DP stacks, so now we're gonna have the usual tank rotation here. Me, Lerald, Sten, and then I'll try to get my refresh at the end again. So there's the taunt, and Sten will refresh his. That orange number should go to 20 seconds, there it is. I'll taunt one more time, there's mine at 20 seconds, that's good stuff. Then I get to my ads right away, I get 1 GCD in, and then I wait to make sure that I get the interrupt with my Holy Wrath, there it is. And after that I just want to lock my ad down as much as possible and make sure we get proper interrupts on everything. I'm going to stun these guys one more time. And then I'm going to move over to the middle, make sure we get a buff. Watch the buffs please. Okay.
Real talk.
So I'm going to save Guardian just for the very last second, there we go. So I got Guardian up, I should be able to soak 4 Annihilates with that Guardian, no problem. Here's the 3rd one. Here's the 4th one coming up, should be just at the last second, perfect. So now I'm going to do the same with DP. There it is. I'm going to be able to soak 3 Annihilates with DP. I popped my AD there because my cloak had already procced earlier. Okay. So I still have AD up. There it is, it's been consumed. I cannot soak this last one, unfortunately. I guess I could have procced my cloak, but no point. My cloak had procced earlier, so I didn't have it as a fallback in case my DP failed and I would have died. So I popped AD as insurance there just to make sure I didn't get gibbed. I'm going to pop Pot for this high level of Vengeance to get extra damage in.
Ruining his fun.
That ruined my
Taunting
fun.
boss.
700. It got down to
So I only had 3 Holy Power when I taunted there, which is not ideal. I want to have 5 to 6 pooled. There we go. My Avenging Wrath just came off of CD2, so I popped that, and then make sure to spam the boss with SOTR. He's whirling, so I'm going to use this opportunity to rebuild my Holy Power and get DP up for the mitigation. So just as he's about to finish, there we go.
Oh my.
Just as he's about to finish, I pop my SOTR again and make sure I get mitigated. I don't take any unmitigated hits from the boss. Get some nice DP procs there. Consume my DP before I use my 5 bog stacks. There we go. So I have some excellent DP procs here. Sitting at a lot of SOCR uptime, which I'm not even using because I'm not tanking currently. So Sten will taunt now, and I will once again, usual stuff, build up my Holy Power to 6. And when Sten gets to 3, I will be able to taunt with full Holy Power. So he's about to hit taunting. I still have SOTR saved up from before, so I want to consume my DP, then pop my EF, DP, 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 and then here again, just keep up SOTR. Here's the whirl. I'm going to use this opportunity to build Holy Power. In the meantime, the ranged, right after he tosses his weapon, the ranged is going to come into the melee, and then we're going to spawn the MCs on top of the melee, cleave down the MCs, and then the tanks in the melee will once again move to the next spot.
All your DPS cooldowns for like his fire.
Oh god, please don't.
No, you want to pull him for the ads multi-dot.
So MC is about to break out now. I'm gonna help with Holy Prism, splash off of myself onto the MC targets. Lerald's gonna move it now that the MC is done. Sten is taunted. I'm gonna once again build up my Holy Power for when Sten gets the 3 stacks, so I have 5 to 6 pooled up, taunting. So there's the taunt.
Yeah, it does.
I want to move the boss just out of range of where that weapon's going to spawn. And once again, the weapon spawns, ranged run into melee, and we repeat the cycle with MCs. So this will be the final whirl. There actually won't be another MC this range. So there's the final whirl. I'm going to build up Holy Power to make sure I'm mitigating out of the whirl. There we go. Alright, so I have mitigation for these hits, and we go upstairs. The tank is... both of the other tanks have just refreshed their Vengeance, which is good. So now tanks have a nice Vengeance stack going into this phase. I get to the top of the stairs as quickly as I can. Notice how I'm purposely not using my Holy Wrath. The reason is I don't want to be stunning the ads before they get to the top. You FPS me, please.
I can't sleep. I can't miss you.
Grip these, grip these, grip, grip.
Grip.
Get Lerald.
But should have synced that?
I took the soul stone. Yeah.
Get these ads down.
Alright, Jess, make sure you pull down at the start
Rebuff
for
him.
the thingy.
So once again here, I'm gonna wait and
can't
use
really
my
afford
Guardian
everything, so
last
do not
second. There it is. So I
Body
use
damage,
my
right?
Guardian.
Sorry.
Now I can safely soak, or
Burn.
somewhat safely soak,
Just save
4 of these in a row. Probably won't get through a full
Series
rotation of
reference.
soaking because we were pretty slow to spawn him here. So I'm just gonna pop AD and DP off the bat
Done
here.
this one.
My DP proc, or my AD proc. I still have my DP up and my cloak proc up, so I can soak all of them, no problem.
So adorable.
Let's get to the corner quick.
Hey.
So we need to move quickly to the corner here in
Yeah,
order to make sure that the weapon doesn't spawn in some kind of weird location. I have about 5 seconds of good DPS left with this level of vengeance, so I want to get everything I can taunting. And when I taunt, have my usual, well, that was a minimum. I had 4 stacks of 4 holy power there instead of 5 to 6, which is not ideal. So now for this upcoming whirl, I'm going to DP, and I'm going to click off my Righteous Fury because I don't want to pull healing aggro on those ads. So click that off.
Yeah.
My DP is up. I'm going to be soaking Void Zones and the whirl, and I want to make sure that I have holy power for when we... What the fuck is going on? People's health, Jesus. So I want to make sure that SOTR is up as soon as it's done that whirl. Ooh, that weapon.
In the pool though. That's great.
Watch, careful what you guys are moving. That weapon was not placed
Do you
very
want me to
well.
get
Alright, mid
Yeah.
base, I believe in you.
Taunting.
Warren?
So I'm still running pretty high SOTR uptime even from previous, so I've been spamming SOTR as opposed to pooling holy power.
We can heal you.
Yeah, just count.
The boss should have been moved out earlier. Now we have to run across, and we lose a bunch of DPS time on the boss having to run to him. Obviously not ideal.
Mom below T.
I'm gonna pop wings here just to get
Yeah,
some
we had
good
some
execute
communication
damage in,
yesterday.
even though it's
No
not a
one
huge deal
expects.
for Prot Paladin. As soon as the boss starts, I want to make sure that I have holy power pooled up. So he's about to become active again. There it is.
Step 1.
I definitely could have pooled a bit more holy power than 4. That's okay though. So I get my EF up, and I get my SOTR spam going again. Sten's going to taunt now because I'm at 3 stacks. During his taunt rotation,
Alright, it's not
I'm
taking
going
any
to
depth in
build
this.
up
You
to
guys
5
don't
holy
need
power
power.
again
Even
before
if
I have
it's
to
still you,
taunt
it
again.
diverts a lot of healing, so please don't
So
go
there
for
is my 5 holy power taunting.
Stun.
Don't get hit
So
by
I'm
the woods.
moving the boss out a bit. So I'm going to move the boss out just a bit while
Yeah,
spamming SOTR.
Yep.
And I'm going to use DP on the whirl. It should be up for every single whirl. That way I can pretty safely sit in void zones and eat the whirl. And without and there's also no concern pulling threat on the ads because I still have my Righteous Fury clicked off.
No cleave yet.
Just a couple of ads.
3 melee.
Good stuff.
Split them up.
See, I have very good SOTR uptime here, and I'm getting crazy DP proc, so I don't need to save up any holy power while Stun's tanking here because I have 16 seconds pooled up. Taunting.
I got you. Got this one.
Move boss forward.
Stunning this ad. Oh, that's immune. Moving boss.
So use everything for this next one. Sleep, try to time your diva with the explosion.
We both use 2 reses, right?
We have
one
one
res.
Need to get you, Jam. We left Can't get him. Get him up now. Somebody's
I'm getting him right now.
I'm getting it. Okay.
So, we're rotating 3 stacks here again. I'm going to taunt during this.
Go for it.
Everything here?
Devo up.
Don't get hit by these in power.
So
Make sure
I'm
you
going to
get
use
too far
DP on
back.
this one, make sure I have holy power pulled up. There we go. This is a very dangerous time. I'm going to use my Guardian here because
Amended.
there's MCs out, healers are all over the place, there's weapon going out, and the boss is hitting me in the face for a lot of damage. So it's a good time to use an extra CD to make sure I stay alive.
3, 2,
Explosion in 3 seconds.
Oh, we need to dispel one.
Barriers down.
I got 4.
Kill this ad, kill this ad, kill this ad. I stunned it.
I have
Loyal set.
We can't get it, can we?
Fine.
It's okay.
Should be
Oh,
fine. We just need a different
the ads are
set.
coming.
Yeah.
Taunt them.
stun and
Okay, so Laryl died at the very end there. That's okay though, because we don't need him in this phase,
Yeah,
unless I
but-
die, which if I die, it'll be a
Yeah.
wipe.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Second malice,
So
yeah,
exactly like you guys saw
like the
before,
second malice,
we'll be moving the
on
boss
answer.
immediately over to the
Fourth
first
will be
position.
instead of
There will
one.
only be a 2-tank
Yeah.
vengeance rotation this time instead of 3
Perfect.
tank, which will make it much more lenient
let
for the
DPS
taunt DR
so-
timer. It's also very important to get your Righteous Fury back up.
Just do some damage. Ready for malice?
Okay, so we got the boss in position. As soon as I get to 3 bog stacks, I'm going to pop my EF as well. So there's my EF. I want to make
Can I
sure I
manage
get
to
my
do
SOTR
that
uptime as high as possible.
Alright.
And this time I can supplement with my own personal
Yeah, actually-
taunting back.
Fuck, I
See,
only
now
have
that Sten
personal
taunted
up
to
for that
rotate
blue
Vengeance, it's a
malice.
good opportunity
I'll
for
just
me to
die,
build a
that's
couple
fine.
holy powers
Okay,
before I need to
yes.
taunt back. That way I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
eat
yeah.
full hits with
Is there anyone who
SOTR
can live
gaps.
in it? A hunter maybe? Like I will die for sure.
Right, if you summon your Void Walker now and like you'll have a shield last stand or whatever.
So with bombardment coming up, Sten rotated one last time.
Ready to stack on this?
Dawning. So I taunt back and I get ready to
stack on
move.
skull.
I get ready to move for the
Stack
bombardment.
now.
I actually
Everyone
moved a bit
else
too
spread.
early there. I'm gonna pop DP during it, even
Spread,
though
spread,
there's
we got it.
actually no. I'm gonna pop AD during it just to make sure I stay alive because healers are scrambling. After I move quickly there, I slow down so the raid can catch up. And once again, I check his ass. There was fire under his ass, so I get one more quick jerk movement just to make sure that the raid can settle down before the Malice comes out. So Malice just hit. It's important to have the boss position before that Malice hits. If you're moving the boss with that Malice, it's very hard for Malice to move. So there's a good chance that they'll not be able to either DPS. They'll either not be able to DPS the boss, or they'll die
Take 2 breaths.
Star coming in.
by trying to move. So I move to the correct side of the boss to allow that Iron Star to hit, so it doesn't hit me instead.
I was late. One can't. He's dead.
Oh.
Make sure I have my SOTR up at all
Raven is
times.
out, everyone else spread. So people soaking.
Once this bombardment hits, I'm going to use DP as my Guardian is still on
Everyone
CD.
else spread.
So this is why it's good to have Glyph DP here. This DP is really not doing much unless I get clipped by fire, since the boss's damage is primarily, well, it's all physical. So I make sure I get my SOTR up. I slow down the boss movement again just to make sure people catch up. There's some fire, just twisting the boss. You guys have this.
Turn. Guys,
Jace is like freaking
Alice in
out.
3.
On the right side.
Yeah.
So just make sure that they're not in fire, so they're okay back there. Fire is very
We
close
can
to them.
skip. Do not need star. Do not need it.
No. Just
Yeah, dude, we don't need that shit.
So Sten is rotated, taunting. I've taunted the boss back now. Sten just rotated his vengeance.
see people not dead.
In between this, I'm gonna pop Guardian on this last movement here. Obvious reasons. There's fire everywhere. Healers are paying attention to the raid, and the fight is almost done. There's no reason not to use mine. I'm gonna use my Devo too just to help the raid here. Refresh my EF.
Get in from us.
Now that my Guardian is gone, I want to make sure that I have my SOTR up right away. I don't want to have any clean hits on me, especially right now. So I make sure that I have full damage reduction CDs on me at all times.
God.
CRAPS me.
Jesus Christ.
So I called for that PS even though the boss was almost dead. I didn't have any... Really?
Nice job.
Oh, it's because I'm red. Oh, but also...
Just happened.
Shoulders? No! I already have the actual tank. So there at the end, I called for pain suppression, even though the boss was basically dead. My SOTR was about to fall off. I did not have holy power in order to generate another SOTR, and I didn't have any personal physical reduction damage cooldowns. Physical damage reduction cooldowns. I can't even talk anymore. So I called for the PS as a gap filler. And if the boss had lived longer, during those 8 seconds of PS, I would have used that to get 6 holy power up again. So as soon as that PS wore off, I would have gotten at least a 6-second rotation of SOTR off. And by then, if that ended and I didn't get any DP procs, then I would have had AD up again.